Hello everyone, welcome you all once again in the next video of practical museum study of phylum Platyhelminthes. This is the practical of FY BSc semester first and myself is Dr. Arun Gudve working as a head Department of Zoology. Honorable Balasaheb Jadhav, Arts, Commerce and Science College, Ade. Friends, I have recorded many videos and kept it on my YouTube channel. If you like my video, you subscribe my channel so that you will get more and more video on your syllabus. So today's point of discussion is phylum Platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes, flatworms, flattened animals. So first of all we will discuss about the general characters of phylum Platyhelminthes. These animals are free living, commensals or parasitic. Commensals mean they are forming a commensalism with other animal for their relationship, feeding, reproduction, etc. Or some of them, they are parasites living on the body of other animal. Important character once again is the animals are triploblastic. Triploblastic, three germ layers, presence of three germ layers, ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. Body symmetry is bilateral, two equal halves of the body through a single plane, that is bilateral symmetry. Dorso-ventrally flattened the body. Body is flattened dorso-ventrally like this one. Dorso-ventrally flattened body. So they are called as Platyhelminthes. Body is unsegmented. There is no segment in the body. Explained in the class Cystoda. As you know that Cystoda, it is a tapeworm which is the parasite, and the body of the tapeworm, it shows various segments. While other animals, they are having unsegmented body. Acoelomate. Coelom is not formed in the body without coelom or body cavity. These Platyhelminthes, they are without coelom. Adhesive structure, especially for adaptation to the parasite, to attach to the host body with the help of adhesive structures, and that adhesive structures are hooks or spines, and that hooks or spines, they are inserted into the body of host so that they are get attached, anchored to the host body. These are some general characters, that is free living, commensal, some are parasitic, triploblastic, bilateral symmetry, dorso-ventrally flattened body, unsegmented except tapeworm, coelom is absent, hooks and spines are present. Now we will study regarding various systems. Digestive system is not well developed in Platyhelminthes, it is incomplete. Respiratory and circulatory system are also wanting, means they are not developed or they are absent. Excretory organ, protonephridia. For excretory purpose, excretion of nitrogenous waste product from body, there are special cells or protonephridia present in Platyhelminthes. Nervous system is also not well developed. It is also primitive one. Animals, they are hermaphrodite or monoecious, means both the sexes are present in one and the same animal. That term is called as hermaphrodite. Fertilization is internal. These animals are having internal fertilization. Development is direct. There is a larval stage. Larva is present in the development. Life cycle, one or more host. Life cycle require one or more host, definitive host as well as intermediate host. Some are having both the host, and some parasite they are only one host. Asexual reproduction by parthenogenesis. Parthenogenesis, it is the development without fertilization. So that is the asexual mode of reproduction. These are some general characters which we have discussed regarding the phylum Platyhelminthes, and these characters you have learned in theory lectures also, but I have repeated this once again in this today's practical course. Now first museum specimen which we are going to discuss is planaria. See, left side there is a real slide or image of this animal. In the first point we will discuss about classification or systematic position, which consists of phylum Platyhelminthes, class Terbellaria, order Tricladidae, family Planaridae, genus Planaria. So in this we must know the reasons up to class or phylum. So we will discuss the reasons of this one. Phylum Platyhelminthes, dorso-ventrally flattened body, and animals are acoelomate or without coelom. They are parasitic or free living. This is the reason behind they are included in the phylum Platyhelminthes. Terbellaria, class of Planaria is Terbellaria. Usually it is a free living animal. It is not a parasitic one. Epidermis is provided with rhabdites. Rhabdites, these are smaller rod-like structure present in the epidermis of these animals. So this is about class Terbellaria. So you will have to keep in your memory the reasons of Platyhelminthes, Terbellaria. Next one is order Tricladidae. Tricladidae, pharynx usually directed backwards, intestine with 3 branches with many diverticula. Intestine with 3 branches with many diverticula. Family Planaridae, family of freshwater planarians. Genus Planaria, it is also called as Dugacea. This is about the classification of phylum Platyhelminthes. The first animal is Planaria, phylum Platyhelminthes, class Terbellaria, order Tricladidae, family Planaridae, and genus Planaria. You may ask the multiple choice question, what is the class of phylum, what is the class of Planaria? Or there may be the question like this, Planaria is included in which of the following phylum? Like that, these are some multiple choice question may be asked in your examination. Habit, it is a freshwater Platyhelminthes found in ponds, lakes and in springs. Distribution, distributed, cosmopolitan or worldwide distribution, especially found in India, Myanmar, UK, USA and USSR. This is habit and distribution of Planaria. Now silent features, we will discuss about some general characters, or you may call it as a silent features. Body is small. See on the left side there is a figure so that you can get the silent features. Body is small, elongated, leaf-like, bilaterally symmetrical and dorso-ventrally flattened. Flatworms. Dorso-ventrally flattened body. Symmetry is bilateral. Structure is shape is leaf-like and smaller in size. Body color is dull grey, brown to black, and measures about 2 to 15 millimeter. 2 to 15 millimeter. So it is microscopic one, smaller in, very smaller in size. As in the figure, color is different, but actual animal is having the color dull gray or somewhat brownish to black in color. Body wall is slimy and transparent, through which some internal organs are visible. So see the transparent body wall, so that we can able to see some internal organs. So this is the uppermost part of the, or upper part of the body, so that we can get some explanation regarding the general characters. Head is triangular. See in the figure, we can see the triangular head, and it bears a pair of dark spots, and that are called as eyes. So triangular head, it bears eyes. Head has a small projection laterally on its side. On the lateral side of the head, there are small projections, and that projections are called as auricles. Behind auricle, body is constricted to form a neck. So this is general regarding the head region. Now digestive system consists of mouth, proboscis, pharynx, and branched intestine is branched. Digestive system consists of mouth, proboscis, pharynx, and branched intestine. Genital pore is situated little posterior to the mouth. So posteriorly to the mouth there is a genital aperture. Reproduction, sexual as well as asexual mode of reproduction, and they exhibit the great capacity of regeneration. Means if the animal is broken or damaged at certain places, and if it is divided into 2, 3 or 4 pieces, then each piece is able to form the original animal. So that is the capacity of regeneration. So these are somewhat silent features of planaria, and you can see here the enlarged figure. Body is leaf-like. Head, there are presence of 2 eyes. Lateral projection of head, it is called as auricle. There is a presence of gonopore on the posterior view, and we can see the ventral, dorsal, and lateral view of the planaria. So this is about planaria, first museum specimen of phylum Platyhelminthes. Now second, liver fluke. See the left corner, I have kept the figure of liver fluke. Classification of liver fluke, phylum liver fluke, it is called as Phaseola hepatica. Phaseola hepatica is the scientific name of liver fluke. Phylum Platyhelminthes, class Trematoda, order Digenea, genus Phaseola, and species Hepatica. Platyhelminthes, Trematoda, Digenea, Phaseola hepatica is the scientific name. Platyhelminthes, we have discussed the reason in planaria, that is acoelomate, dorsoventrally flattened body, and this one is a parasite. It is the parasite of vertebrate animal. Class Trematoda, ecto or endoparasitic flatworm. Ectoparasite or endoparasite. Endoparasite inside the body, ectoparasite outside the body. They are called as flukes. Body is again leaf-like. Hooks and suckers are present for attachment to the host body. Order Digenea, endoparasite in vertebrate. Presence of 2 suckers, but they are without hook. Genus Phaseola and species Hepatica. Phaseola hepatica. This is about classification of liver fluke or fasciola hepatica. We have discussed it with reason. Now we will look about the general characters, habitat of fasciola hepatica. Fasciola hepatica habitat, it is a pathogenic parasite in the liver and biliary passage. So it is endoparasite, as it is called as liver fluke. It is present in the liver of vertebrate animals. Distribution worldwide or cosmopolitan distribution, it is found in sheep, the host. It is also called as sheep liver fluke. Sheep, you know, sheep goat. It is found in the body of sheep like India, USA, Cuba and Syria. These are the distributed area. Maximally they are frequently found. Silent features, it is an endoparasite commonly known as sheep liver fluke. Pinkish in color, body color is pink. It occurs in other animals other than sheep, like freshwater gastropod, limnia, being a intermediate host. Means this animal, it is having two hosts. One is sheep or goat, it is called as a definitive host, and other snail, limnia, it is the gastropod, and this acts as a intermediate host. Body of this animal is leaf-like, dorsoventrally flattened, soft, small in size, 1.8 to 3 centimeter in length. Body tapers at both the end. Anterior end is broader in size than that of the posterior. Posterior is pointed one. Oral cone of the anterior side of the body bears a triangular mouth. See, at the apex of the anterior end we can see the mouth, and the mouth is triangular one. Excretory and gonopores are also present. Excretory pores, we can see the excretory pores at the ventral or terminal side of the body, and at the anterior or there is a mouth, oral side. Mouth, it bears suckers, oral suckers, and near the mouth, behind the mouth, there is a gonopore. So this is about the general characters of fasciola hepatica liver fluke, which acts as a host of which is found in the host like sheep as well as snail. Intermediate host is snail and definitive host is sheep. So it is also called as sheep liver fluke. Presence of two small sucker, near the mouth there is presence of suckers, and these suckers are useful for attachment to the body of host. Suckers are without hooks. See, this is the figure which we are not going in detail because this is the practical one. We have to write down only identifying characters and classification. But this is a grazing sheep, and through the body of sheep, the adult liver fluke lays egg which passes out into with the fecal matter of these sheep, and these eggs, they are raised or dropped on the grass and or in the water also, and in the water or in moist area the snail is get infected by these eggs, and these eggs, they enter inside the body of snail. There is a development. Again snail produces the larva. That larva again found on the grass or moist area. When the sheep eat that infected grass, that larva enters into the body of sheep. This is the life cycle of liver fluke or fasciola hepatica. So it requires two hosts. One is sheep and other is snail, limnia. Next is Tania solium. It is called as tapeworm, as its body looks like that of the tape. See on the left side, the entire animal looks like that of a tape, and on the right side, the anterior head pointed apex, it is called as scolex, which bears the various hooks, which I have kept on the right side, middle, lower side of the right. First classification, phylum Platyhelminthes, class Cystoda, order Tanioidea, genus Tania, and species tapeworm. Solium. Tania solium. The common name is tapeworm and scientific name is Tania solium. Phylum Platyhelminthes, dorsoventral flattened body, acoelomate, parasitic or free living. This is a parasite one. Cystoda, endoparasite, body segmented. Only this animal in phylum Platyhelminthes is having segmented body. Other animal like liver fluke, planaria, they are having unsegmented body. Order Tanioidea. Scolex with 4 large sucker and hooks. See the lower image. This is the scolex, and we can see the suckers, one on either side of the body in opposite direction. See, these are the elevation on lateral side, elevation on front side, and there is an elevation on opposite side. These elevations are nothing but the suckers, and at the apex there are hooks, and these hooks, with the help of sucker, the animal get attached to the mucous membrane of the intestine, and these hooks are pierced or inserted into the body of host to take the nutrients and make the firm attachment. So these are the this is the reason of order Tanioidea, scolex with 4 large suckers and hooks, genus Tania and species Solium. So classification of phylum Tania solium, phylum Platyhelminthes, class Cystoda, order Tanioidea, genus Tania and species Solium. So this is important as multiple choice question. You may ask the phylum, you may ask order, or scientific name also. Habit and habitat. It is the parasite in the intestine of man. It is found in the intestine of human. It is acts as a parasite. It is found in India, China, Yugoslavia, Germany also. Silent features. Body is about 4 to 5 meter in length. See the animal. It is elongated, long body, 4 to 5 meters, but flattened body present in the intestine. Body is segmented. 4 to 5 meter body, it is having 700 to 900 segments. Body division. Body is divided into scolex, which have learned in the last slide, upper part of the body near the head region, neck, then segments, and that segments are categorized into 3: immature, mature, gravid and malformed segments. These are the 4 types of segment. Mature segments, they contain fully developed hermaphroditic genital or reproductive organs. Means reproductive organs, both male and female, are present in one and the same animal. This is the scolex, just we have learned in last figure. Silent features. Scolex is the adhesive in nature, consisting of 4 suckers and rounded rostrum surrounded by double row of 28 to 32 hooks. We have discussed about the scolex. Life cycle. Life cycle of tapeworm. it is indirect, means there is no larval development in the body. It requires an intermediate host pig for development and definitive host man. We are not going in detail about the life cycle. You might have learned in the theory lectures. So you keep in mind only it consists or it is having two hosts, sometime maybe one. Indirect development, no larval form is there. Two host, indirect host is pig, definitive host is man. And from this the diseases, that is we call it as pathogenicity, is causes disease like anemia. So if he pierce the suckers or hooks inside the body of the man or inside the mucous membrane of the intestine, the blood is get lost, so the person may feel the disease anemia. Secondary anemia, eosinophilia, means blood cells, eosinophils, they are get lost. Diarrhea, person suffering from diarrhea, hemorrhage, blood passes into the through this. Abdominal pain, because it is the intestinal parasite. Nausea, these are some diseases may be observed if the infection of this tapeworm to the person. The infected person shows these types of diseases or symptoms. This is about Taenia solium, and see here the enlarged figure showing segmented body near about 4 to 5 meter in length, and 700 to 900 segments are present on the body. The anteriormost part, it is called as scolex. Then behind the scolex there is a neck, and this large body, it consists of various segments. The segments, first they are called as immature segment, they are not well developed, then mature segment, and then fully formed segments, they are called as gravid proglottids. So this is about external characters or silent features of tapeworm. So friends, in this today's slide, there is by mistake phylum Protozoa, but it is the phylum Platyhelminthes, flatworm, and we have learned in the flatworm or Platyhelminthes general characters and museum specimen. We have learned planaria, okay, liver fluke, and last one is tapeworm or Taenia solium. So you repeat this presentation once again, so that you will get totally remind regarding this. So thank you everyone for watching this video. Thanks once again.